This is my review of the Poolskim automated pool skimmer. Had it in a couple weeks, but thought I would share what my experience with it is. This is designed to mount on one of the returns, usually the return on the deep end. I've already taken mine off. That's what it looks like. That's a male end into the female receiver. And I've gone ahead and screwed in the same fitting that would go in, and that's already in the return. So this is what the parts look like when you take them out of the box. You're going to have a lot of different PVC that comes in. I've already put the male receiver into the pool return. This is the other end that's going to go into and screw into the receiver unit at the base of the pool. I've gone ahead and put a 90-degree elbow on it, and I did put a screw into that one. Basically, once you've got this, it's just going to line up next to that threaded end, and then you're going to screw it in. The instructions may tell you to build it all above the pool. That's fine. I actually like building it inside the pool, putting it together. To me, it just is it's a little bit easier. So now we see the two pieces. We see the piece that I just screwed in, and we see the 90-degree elbow, and I did put the screw in there. That's simply because when you do have water fluctuation, that will tend to move up and down, and then the pool skim will become unlevel, and you won't get the desired effect. The next piece I'm adding on here is just the PVC, and for that you can just put it right in like that. Next piece is another 90-degree elbow that I'm putting on there, and again, I didn't put the screws into this. There's a reason why that you'll see later in the video. I'm now ready to put the cartridge housing on, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put the net on. See if I can do this one-handed. Goes on like that. So I've got the net on, and now I'm putting this housing into the elbow that I just attached. And again, a little tougher to do this one-handed. Now that's on. Now we're going to see a little bit more of why I don't put screws into all of it. This needs to be able to move, because as water comes and as your pool water height may fluctuate, this needs to remain level as much as possible, and the ability to pivot at these different joints that I'm showing you becomes important, and it won't pivot if you've got the screw in it. Okay, the final component that you put in is the top piece of the housing. I'll just call it the floating ring, for lack of a better term. Now this is actually going to float, and this will adjust with the water level. Again, one of the things that is important is that that's balanced as much as possible. That's what's going to create the whirlpool effect. And this thing actually works really well. Stuff gets brought into it pretty quick, you know, and you can even push the water down that direction if you want to help expedite it. Sure beats the heck out of skimming it with the net. It goes a lot faster. So we'll give a demo of that in just a second. For anybody interested on what the Venturi effect is, the water that's being pushed out of the return is going through here and then through the bag. By going in through that large opening and then into a smaller opening, it literally creates a whirlpool effect on the top that allows anything that's floating, like part of that cottonwood, to be sucked up and then taken down into the basket. One of the things to keep in mind is you do want it to be about 6 inches away from the edge of the pool. This allows the Venturi effect, the whirlpool, to spin on both sides. I know if you get it too close to the edge, that minimizes that. I get a lot of stuff that flies into my pool, unfortunately, cottonwood trees, bugs like this. On its own, it'll bring it down. If I want to help you know, expedite the process, Mr. Bug, you're going down. So well, I'll just kind of, you know, push the water down, and eventually it gets down there pretty quick.